Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Welcome to another live Iftar show, alhamdulillah. Today we are at the GLENEARN Road SOOFIE MUSJID, and alhamdulillah we've been through 19 masajids already, and alhamdulillah the masajids have shared so much information about their programs, about their madrasas, about their extracurricular activities, and alhamdulillah we hope that for those that are visiting from out of the countries, anywhere else, and you come to Durban, you know which masajid, and if you are living in those areas, staying in those areas for a little while, whatever it is, those masjids are available to you, inshallah. And today's masjid is no different, alhamdulillah. Remember, this live iftar show is sponsored by Checkstar, and alhamdulillah we are joined, alhamdulillah, on with the imam sahib of this masjid, Hafiz Uwais, alhamdulillah. And we have one of the youth who is going to share some information as to what attracts him to the masjid, what keeps him away from all the bad things to come into the masjid, inshallah. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Did you said we have some youth who's going to give? I don't think we have enough time to talk about.
Yeah. But we can share as much information, inshallah.
No, alhamdulillah, welcome to all the viewers. We are a small, humble masjid in Overport, and this is one of the first few masjids that was established in the general Durban area, and it's well over 100 years old, this establishment, alhamdulillah. And so the iftar, we've been doing it every year since, I can't remember, but over the years it's progressed and progressed as the people in our area have increased. And like I mentioned earlier, out of the 300 or so people that we get every night, a good 30% of them are either from outer areas or people that we don't really see on a regular basis. But about the other 200 or so are regular musallis, so you'll get a good idea. And if any of them want to have a chat with you and give them some insight, ask them for what is it that brings them here and what attracts them to this place. I'm sure it's the food and the iftar, but hopefully it's something more than that. Yeah. The atmosphere and we try to stay focused on finding out what's best for the community. If you look at some of the recent changes we've made over the years with the children and trying to get the community more involved, alhamdulillah, with working with other ulama from the local masajids, like Hilaal specifically, we've really developed a youth program that will encourage youth to host events at the masjid, something very different to what we've seen as an institution in the past.
Any particular programs they have in the masjid, or any madrasas in the masjid that attract more people to come for hifz classes or anything like that in the masjid?
Alhamdulillah, we have a madrasa here, and the madrasa was taken over by the Ta'lim board when I say many, it's about 8 to 10 years ago. And the board, the Ta'lim board, they run a structured program across various maktabs throughout the KZN area, and so it's not a madrasa that's run in a silo. It's more like a larger community driven, and so you have a group of scholars that dictate the curriculum and that authenticate the subject matter. And so this way, whether your child starts off in Overport and ends up in Westville or in Isipingo, and as long as they're going to a Ta'lim run institution, which most of them are anyway, you'll know exactly where to fit in and what subject matter and where they left off. Also, the student will know what type of courses they will be taking depending on their grade. The good thing about that is that it's centrally based from the Ta'lim in Isipingo, and they conduct the exams. The exams are not done by the madrasa teachers. They're outside teachers that come and test the students and the pupils throughout the year. And this allows to not only test your student, but also test the quality of your education you're giving them at your particular institution, knowing that the testing is mandated from other institutions and other maulanas and other ulama that will be coming in and hosting the exact same test with your students. And so, certain senior maulanas and teachers from here will go to other madrasas and they will host exams at those institutions. So alhamdulillah, the good thing is that you don't have to put a lot of effort in. The effort's already there. You just have to make the effort in accommodating the students and accommodating the program. And alhamdulillah, over the years, we've picked up from 60 to 80 students. Now we're north of 120 or something. And what we've seen is that from, I think, grade 8 or 9, they don't have a structured program with the maktab. So we started to include high school classes for high school students. So particularly the females. And what we've noticed in the area is that the females don't really have much of a place to go after about grade 8 or 9. Some of them end up in a muallima program. Some of them end up in hifz or hafida program. But for the rest of them, there's nothing really structured that's happening. So as an education board that looks after the religious studies of the youth, we're trying actually this year and a little bit of last year to see how we can increase the amount of effort and availability for Islamic education in grades 9 through 12.
Jazakallah so much, Hafiz Uwais. We really appreciate that information. And alhamdulillah, as I said, when you're coming, visiting this Durban, when you're visiting, you're close by to this particular masjid, remember the GLENEARN Road SOOFIE MUSJID, which is on GLENEARN Road. You can come visit the masjid, read your salah here, spend time with the masjid, spend your time with the imam as well, and get more information, inshallah. We really, really appreciate your time. Hafiz Ab, Jazakallah so much. May Allah reward you, inshallah. And also on my right here, we have one of the youngsters, alhamdulillah. As you can see behind me, the iftar has been set for the musallis to come in and take part of the iftar, and he was a part of that as well. So we actually just caught him off guard just to ask him, how does he get involved? How is he, as a youth, as a youngster, how does he feel being a part of it? And he's going to introduce himself. He's going to tell us his name, inshallah, and he's going to take us a little bit through as to how he feels and how he's been through with the Ramadan program, inshallah. Assalamu alaikum.
Alaikum salam. Assalamu alaikum. My name is Muhammad Ishaq Khan. I come to GLENEARN Road SOOFIE Musjid every single day for my salah and stuff. I come every day over here for my salahs and to help out in the masjid, to set up, to get ready for the people, to break the iftar. And to break the iftar and everything. It's actually nice coming and helping out over here. Majority of the youngsters actually come and help out here to set up for the people. They come, they help around, they play around, they do a lot.
I can see he's a bit shy, but alhamdulillah, you can see instead of spending his time outside the masjid, he is in here helping and assisting to make sure, because you know that the hadith when it comes to feeding, helping and feeding the people of Ramadan who are fasting, and he is a part of that. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala indeed reward you abundantly and increase in abundance, inshallah. From here, we got, I don't know, we can small dua, inshallah, for just a minute. They're going to start the du'as. I'm sure you were hearing behind me as well, there was a du'a being made loudly. The musallis were actually, I think, in the masjid, and then they come from the masjid into the iftar, into the different area where the iftar happens. And alhamdulillah, they are here. You can see it's getting full. And I think, looking from what I can see here, it looks like...
They started to bring people in now.
They started to bring the people in, alhamdulillah, and it looks like plus minus just about 200 people or so, and it could get more. And this is what excites us every single day in every masajid, that alhamdulillah, the community come together, they come and take part of iftar together. I know sometimes a lot of people spend time with their families, but this is the time of Maghrib, and a lot of them are here and spending time, inshallah, in the masjid and getting as much as reward as possible, inshallah. Maybe Hafiz, can you just take us with a small dua for a minute or so, inshallah?
Go inside and then they'll do a dua for everyone. It'll be on the speaker.
Okay, inshallah. Jazakallah khair. He's going to go inside the masjid and make a dua inside the masjid. We're on the loudspeaker, so we'll also be able to hear it in the back here. So inshallah, we will get some recording of it, inshallah, so that we can hear. Jazakallah so much. Hafiz, I really appreciate your time. And I know it's with such short notice that we've come. And alhamdulillah, you've been welcoming. Jazakallah so much. And I hope the viewers out here, when you do come to Durban, we broadcast in so many places. When you do come come to Durban, make sure you visit this Glennon Road Sufi Masjid, and inshallah, you meet Hafiz Uwais, who is the Imam and the Khatib of this masjid. Inshallah, we can give him your service and he'll give you service as well, inshallah. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala indeed reward you in abundance, inshallah. And we are getting close to the time of iftar, inshallah. So I'm going to leave you until you need to go. So inshallah, we will let you go, inshallah. And we will see you again very, very, very soon, inshallah. Jazakallah so much as well. He's very shy. He wants to leave. But inshallah, he wants to leave before he can go sit.
He comes from a family of service. So his brother, I met his brother when I started doing this work full time about 7, 8 years ago. And his brother, I mean, if you think he does a good job, this is our time now, the adhan is going, we have to go. Assalamu alaikum.
Inshallah, Allahumma laka sumtu wa bika amantu ala rizqika aftartu fataqabbal minni. From me, Ahmed Abdul Latif, until we meet you again on the live iftar show, which is sponsored by Checkstar. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.